We've mapped the human genome. We've landed robots on Mars, but we struggle to interpret a teammate's okay because it was followed by a full stop. Understanding people is difficult. We spend over $327 billion a year on big data. Yet in the midst of all this data, we miss what customers actually want. Data about our customers are fragmented across departments, teams, in different formats and systems. Getting insight from existing data silos can be so complex that we often prefer to commission new research. But agencies helping us have their own struggles, battling panel fraud, bots, and AI-generated responses, all while working within older, fragmented workflows themselves. Survey scripting, followed by fielding, followed by data processing, followed by data table spec writing, data table creation, each step a different workflow, often in a different tool. Not to mention that text is often left out. Then the real work begins, scrolling through Excel tables, looking to spot patterns, agonizing over our charts until they look just right for the deck. And when the results finally arrive 2 to 3 months later, client questions may have evolved, and the deck and its Excel tables can't be sliced and explored. New questions are met with new queues and costs. This is the reality from small to large companies. In 2024, less than half of chief data officers working at Fortune 1000 companies said their organization was data-led. If you need an analyst, a BI ticket, or a weekend in Excel to get a chart, your data workflow is slowing you down. AddMaple flips this in 6 ways. 1. Upload any data and get insights in seconds. Drop in a CSV, Excel, or an SPSS file, or connect a database feed. In under a second, get an Explore-ready dashboard with every column in your dataset summarized and visualized into a chart or a table ready for you to filter, pivot, and explore. Now anyone can explore data. Anyone can merge datasets, for example, merging recent churn logs with intercept surveys. No macros, no scripts, just data you can learn from and share. Multi-select choose all that apply questions are detected and grouped automatically so you can click and explore responses. You no longer need to create binary selected, not selected columns just to count those responses. Complex grid questions are visualized into Likert scale charts so you can see the full spectrum of responses aligned on the neutral from most agreement to the least. Numeric data is binned into buckets for you. With AddMaple, you begin with insights rather than the old way of getting insights at the very end. 2. Configure and explore your data. Do you want to change the number of bins? For the salary data? No worries. Want to group matrix questions differently? In a click. Pivot any 2 columns or more and see proportional breakdowns instantly. Click any bar in a chart and the whole dashboard follows. Curious which columns are linked to satisfaction? Just expand the satisfaction column and see the results on a dashboard. Our stats engine runs correlation testing automatically between all your columns and gives you ranked relationships that you can explore visually. AddMaple runs stats tests like chi-square, ANOVA, t-tests and more at the column level, as well as in-depth category level tests such as Tukey's, HSD and more, all behind the scenes. Our stats engine flags what matters across quant and qual data for you. Your analysis just got deeper, more thorough, and your insights can now be part of strategic conversations much sooner. 3. Unified quant and qual analysis in one tool. No split workflows, no exploring open ends in different tools, losing all relationships with other columns. Let's listen to Louisa while we explore Zigged Festival event data. Louisa uses AddMaple to analyze over 60 international music festivals with tens of thousands of comments in each survey.
I'm Louisa. I'm an insights professional. I've been in the industry for around 10 years. The company that I work for organizes big music events all around Europe. It was really difficult to analyze open-ended because you would have to think, okay, how do I say queues in Dutch? How do I say toilets in Dutch? And then try to find those keywords in there. And even when I started looking into ChatGPT and things like that, there used to be also that limitation of text. So when you have 5,000, 10,000 responses, having to copy paste different strings of text just gets really long as well. Now with AddMaple, this is what's been really helpful. I can just go on the tool and I treat it as a co-pilot. And I'm like, okay, what are the top 10 things that we need to improve for this specific show? And it doesn't matter the language, it will always find these topics. And then I can also validate some things manually if I want, but the bulk of this heavy lifting is done by AddMaple, which is super time saving for me.
Unlike other tools using outdated rules-based models, AddMaple uses modern LLMs within its proprietary workflow for accurate tagging. You can use the prompt to code text to look for specific answers. Forget the old limited theme topic options. Once the records are coded, you can pivot them with other columns, for example, to see how themes relate to overall scores. If there is a statistical link between themes and other columns, the stats engine will reveal this to you. You can also run industry-leading sentiment analysis, where you can see topics of your choosing sliced by sentiment for advanced exploration. Our users use our Copilot for tedious text-based tasks, like asking it to help identify fraudulent AI-submitted responses. One operations team member asks our Copilot to help classify over 10,000 employee SMART goals into which goals meet the SMART criteria. Others use it to help quantify brand mentions and to help turn messy other job title submissions into usable categories. Done. 4. Analyze any data. Online reviews, data from Reddit, Google Maps, public forums. If it's online, we can pull it in. Analyze your internal and public data side by side and get an understanding of what people are saying about your competitors too. Same workflow, no extra tools, no blind spots. And this brings me to the 5th point. You have in AddMaple an AI agent that can help you with deep analysis, but it stays in its lane. Let's say you came across Mark Zuckerberg's stat about friendship.
There's the stat that I always think is crazy. The average American, I think it's fewer than 3 friends.
Just download the data from Pew and then ask our AI agent to build a dashboard for you about friendships in America. You won't get a hallucinated story. AddMaple runs its AI inside our independent proprietary stats engine. It can interpret the charts and tables, and it can add our proprietary charts to tabs on your dashboard with a data story complete with headlines, proportional breakdowns, and summaries. This is insight, not improv. And this brings me to point 6, explorable reports. Insights in your reports, but insights that can continually be found. Most platforms stop with a deck that you hand over to your teammates or clients. But it's a deck that cannot be sliced further. AddMaple gives you a dashboard anyone can explore that you can securely share with a password. There are no viewer licenses, no IT bottlenecks, just an annual fee that supports exploration across an entire organization.
Hi, I'm Susan Beyer, founder and CEO of Audience Audit. We're a research agency, and after 20 years of using Tableau for hundreds of survey data visualizations for our clients, we've made the switch to AddMaple. AddMaple is fast. It was created by a researcher frustrated by how long it took to go from having data to being able to see and explore it. AddMaple can do in 3 seconds what it took us hours to do prepping our survey data for Tableau. It means we get results to our clients faster so they can get to the outcomes they're seeking faster. AddMaple is inclusive. Our clients who don't know statistics from a hole in the ground can easily explore their results. AddMaple is driven by the belief that we are all better off if we can see, explore, and understand the data about topics that are important to us. We have clients who have never explored their data and within just a few minutes are finding fascinating and useful insights with the help of AddMaple. They become excited about their data instead of intimidated by it.
In 2025, AddMaple won Paddle's AI Launchpad out of 77 global startups. We are trusted by individuals and teams at Sunbelt Rentals, Specialized, Superstruct, and more. Why not unlock insights for your organization with AddMaple?